Hello, 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 you guys. Welcome to Luminess. My name is Dorothy. I am one of the beauty experts here at Luminess, and I am here to kind of do something a little different. Probably something we will be doing more often, which will be a lot of fun. We will be doing live Q&As. I'm going to let you kind of go behind the scenes of a pro makeup artist and see what we do when we're not on set, when we're not doing makeup for people on set or brides or weddings or whatever. What do pro makeup artists do? Well, we work with companies like Luminess as beauty experts, and we love, love, love. Most pro makeup artists that I know really love to help people gain their look and create a beautiful look. So today we are going to be doing Q&As live here so you can ask your beauty questions. We are also going to be doing a live demo on how to use dramatic bright colors on the eyes, especially if you're over the age of 40. They'll tell you don't do anything bright or dramatic on the eyes. Or if you have hooded eyes, you can tell I have hooded eyes just a bit. How do you do that? How do you use I think I'm going to use like an electric blue eyeshadow. And so, yeah, let's do an electric blue eyeshadow today on someone on a 50-year-old with hooded eyes. How do you do that and make it look beautiful? So that is the demo we're going to do. Now, that also being said, we are also going to, which is new, we have beauty experts that give advice for and help customize look for customers. So that's part of what we're going to do today also is we are going to do live color matches on the air. So you'll get to hear what it will be like if you decide that you want to customize your look, do a color match, tweak a look on whatever that looks like for you. So, hey guys, we are across a few platforms live today. So, giving a shout out to all of my people on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, all of that. If you have any questions, please put them in there. Go ahead and like this, send some hearts this way, join and follow. We love, love, love that you're here. And we really just want to be able to say, hello, Angelica. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Anybody else that wants to say hi? I'm glad to say hi with you. Okay, so this is a day in the life of a beauty expert. Actually, this is an hour of the day in the life of a beauty expert when they are not on set and not doing makeup on clients, but helping customers create makeup looks to really get it. Good morning, Brenda. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, anybody else out there in the TikTok world that wants to say hi? We are here. I would love to say hi to you and really just connect with everybody. Okay, so good morning, Andrea. Oh, Andrea, they are restructuring some things, and so I think they were just trying to decide what they wanted to try and do. So this is what we're going to do. Y'all get to go behind the scenes. We're going to be on here for over an hour, doing color matches, doing a demo, answering questions, and just hanging out with you guys. So hello, hello. My name is Dorothy Strouhal. I'm a pro makeup artist for TV, print, all of that good stuff. And I work as a beauty expert with Luminess, helping customize looks for you guys, their customers. Y'all can hear my little Pomeranian. Shh. She's old. She's having a hard time. I guess her allergies are getting the best. Okay, so here's my demo for today. I used to say this and do this when I was younger as a makeup artist, probably because I didn't know any better. I used to tell my older ladies to just stay away from the blue eyeshadow. It was a fad like in the 70s, and they would go crazy with frosty blue eyeshadow. But I am now one of them older ladies. I'm 50 years old, and I want to wear blue eyeshadow when I want to wear it. I want to wear purple eyeshadow, electric purple when I want to wear it. I want to wear whatever color I want to wear when I want to wear it. So now I'm going to show you guys how to do a bright, crazy kind of eye look and it look amazing, especially on hooded eyes. Okay, so let's do that. If and when we get a color match that comes in, I will probably pause and y'all will get to see that color match live and on the air. So I've already washed my face. I've already prepped my face. It's moisturized. There's nothing else on it, nothing on my eyes. I am going to place these on my eyes. I'm going to cover that up. I got these and I use these on my clients. And I'm going to do my eyes first because I want my skin to look as fresh as possible. But I'm going to place these under my eyes because they will help. Look at these bags. They will help with these bags. They will help with that. And I add my serums from Luminess to that. I use the hyaluronic serum. So I'm going to show you that. Let me put it up here. Let me find it real quick. And I'm going to add it and pin it below. Okay, so I am going to do the Bulgarian Rose serum. And that way you guys can kind of see. I go ahead. Okay, it's pinned. So I'm going to put the Bulgarian Rose serum on these. I'm going to put these under my eyes because when I do this blue on my eyelid, it's gonna fall down. We're gonna have fall down. And so I'm not gonna do my foundation first because I don't want to like clean up, mess with my skin a whole lot. I'm gonna do the eyes first because I know they're gonna be messy. So I will soak these. These are reusable. You can use your favorite serum with them. So I am gonna soak these in my favorite serum, which was the hyaluronic. Oh no, I did Bulgarian Rose serum. And I'm going to just place them under here. So what this does is this cools this down. It pushes and really saturates that serum under my eyes to give that optimal plumpness. And so what you place on these is key. It's key as to you know, how it's going to look and be. And so that's important. And so I'm going to go ahead and put this on because I know that I will have fall down because of how I'm going to do it. And I don't want to be tugging and pulling and doing all of that mess under my eyes. I want to be as kind to my under eyes as I can be. And to me, this is the kindest way. I do this with clients. If I'm going to do a smoky eye on them. Now, for me personally, it's reusable. Okay. On a client, it is not. So, but I am going to do as much on this. And I want to protect my under eyes, hypersaturate my under eyes, not pull, not tug, not do a whole bunch of stuff. So one of the colors I am going to do, hello, my friends. Go ahead and share the feed. If you want to let your friends see a live demo, go ahead and like it, say hello. I've got my all colors in a palette, and I am going to probably mix this electric blue with this electric purple down here. And yeah, that's the color I'm going to do on my eyes. And you can see that. So, oh, wait, let me take care of this. Sorry about that. I'm back. That was a hot second. Had an alarm going off. I'm not real sure why, but I had an alarm going off. So I am going to go ahead and do this. So one of the things that I will do on creating this, I have dark pigmentation. Now, if I were doing it on a client to where it had to go all night. Oh, we missed you too. Thank you for commenting. Oh, you love me now. Oh, you're so kind. Thank you. So I'm going to go ahead. I have dark pigmentation. If I were doing it on a client that it had to last all night, I would use an eye primer or a base foundation on it. If I had oily eyelids, I would use a base foundation on it. I don't have either of those. And so this is going to be just me hanging out here. So I'm not going to prime it with a base, but you can. And since my eyelids are kind of naturally dark, I'm going to let that work in my behalf. I'm not going to white it out and then put a dark color on and have to build that. That's more work than I care to do. And I feel like it's counterproductive. So why work harder, not smarter, right? That's how I feel about it. Okay, so I am going to take, the key is taking, when you have dark colors and no lid, like I have hooded eyes, I have no lid, okay? The key is to use smaller brushes and tighter brushes on that lid area to saturate your color where you want it. So I'm actually going to work backwards this time. And I know that sounds odd, but I'm going to work backwards. I am going to use, you know what I'm going to use? I do it every day. I know I tell you guys, I'm going to add this again and pin it. Let me add that. Add it. Okay, back over here. Okay, you know that I use the cut palette. Love the cut palette. I use it for highlight. I use it for all over. I am going to use this light color. And I am not going to go onto my lid. I'm just going to do this upper brow because I want that to have that definition. Okay. And so now I'm going to come in and I did my upper brow bone to do that. I'm going to come in and I am going to do my crease. Now, remember, I'm using these bright, vibrant purples and blues. They are electric. And they tell you you should not do those electric, bright colors on women over 30, 40, 50, whatever, or on hooded eyes. I don't know who made that rule, but I think it's a stupid rule. And so I'm going to break all the rules because I tend to be a rule breaker anyway. I kind of do what I want to do and do it well, and then it's okay to do, right? As long as you do it well. So I am going to do my crease right in here with what I call my blend color. And yes, I'm doing it backwards. Most people do not do it this way, but this is how I've chosen to do it. Doing the lighter first. I'm going to do my crease. Most of them will do the blend out first and do the darker color first, but this, I'm going to do my crease first. And now I am going to come in with my bright electric color. Now, to get this as saturated as I want it, I am going to actually use water. It's a little trick. You can use water. I also have a gel activator like in my kit that I use when I use powders to intensify them. But you can also use water, guys. You can just use water to intensify your look. I'm going to ask what I'm using under the eyes. Okay, so under my eyes, I have a gel cooling pack. I got them off of Amazon. They're disposable. I use my eye serum from Luminess, the hyaluronic or the Bulgarian rose serum on them to set under my eyes to help hydrate because I know I'm going to have some fall down and I don't want to pull and have to redo that. And so the fall down is actually going to go on this pad and then I can throw it away. But on the underside, I have my serums that are going to kind of plump up the under eyes. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and add some water to my brush. Hold on just a second. I've got to make me a little palette here to where I can add water and dip it. Put that over there. Okay. And so I am going to actually take this electric purple right here, wet it, and put it on my eyelid. Only my eyelid. Look at that. Look how bright that is. I'm going to cover my entire lid because I don't have a lot of lid. You can barely see that electric color right there. There's not a lot of lid there. I'm not going up into the crease. I'm just going onto that lid. That is where I'm going to put that electric big bang for my buck on there and get that saturated color. Oh, you love it. Thank you. Thank you. Coco, you are so kind. Thank you for commenting. If you guys love this, go ahead and show some love, some likes, some hearts. Feel free to share it and follow. So there's my big old electric color. Okay. Now let's just say I want to, add a little bit of a blue to it because I did say I was going to do blue, right? So I'm just going to pat that in there. And yes, I did wet it again. So this is my quote unquote crazy eye color. that you can get away with doing if you add it in the right areas. Okay. And because my brush is small, it's tight, it's compact, because I wet my brush. Thank you, Coco. You are so, so, so kind. Because I wet my brush, I didn't have as much fall down as I would if it were light or if it wasn't wet. And it placed that color exactly where I wanted it. So, I can do all the fun, big colors if I want to. Now, I'm going to blend this up a little bit. You use your setting spray on the brush with the eyeshadow sometimes. I have not tried that. That might be a really cool idea. Thank you for that. That's interesting. That's interesting. Um, Gorilla, you really makes my eyes pop. See, I think so too, and I do like that. Now, I do want to add a little bit more depth into this crease line. And so I am going to get a smaller crease brush. And I think, actually, do I want that one? No, I do not. I want this one. Do y'all see that? It's a pointed crease brush. And I think I'm going to come in. This is a little scary because remember, I have hooded eyes. So if I get too dark up here, I'm going to look like somebody popped me in the eyes. And I know you guys don't realize this, but the angle that you place your brush when you apply this matters. Let me tell you what I mean by that. If I take this and I place it straight in, I'm just going to get color there. If I tilt it up, it's going to spread that color onto the bed of my eye. If I tilt it down, it's going to go into the corner. So you have to pay attention to the angle that you place your brush on your eye. So I'm going to actually take this charcoal right here, and I am going to get my mirror, and I am going to place it right there in that corner. And then I'm going to blend it up. I'm going to use a blending brush to do that. So this is just me placing. I'm not blending. This is me placing. So I'm going to do it here. This could be like a little mermaid look with all the purple and the blues and all that. That's kind of cool. I like it. I might do it again. Okay. So now I'm going to come back with the same brush that I added my light color in my crease with. And I am going to blend it out. Hold on just a minute. I had somebody message me. Let me see what they need. Don't you love it when life is interrupted? It's okay. We're here for an interrupted life, right? When people need us, we stop what we're doing because people matter. People matter. And so I'm going to stop and give the attention to the people, just like I'm giving you guys attention and doing the demos. I love that, but people matter. And so sometimes you just got to pause. So for 1 second. Okay. Oh, okay, Coco. You put me on your notifications, and so you'll see me again. Thank you. See you later. I know people have to go. So, okay. So what are we doing? I put that dark crease right there to kind of, do that. I'm going to now, if you'll notice, I told you angle matters. So I'm going to angle it and just blend it just a hair with some of that lighter color to blend up that dark. Same thing here. Blend with that lighter color because you got to blend, guys. Blending's key. Blend, 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 blend. And then I think I'm going to come in. I do need it a little bit lighter. Blend it away. This is going to be straight on, and I'm going to actually push up. This is going to be straight on to soften that darkness, and then I'm going to push it up just a hair. I don't want it all the way up to my brow, but just a hair. Because I do have a pretty big eye bed, and so I can use that more than I can use my knee. All righty. Kat, people matter. Yes, you are so right, Kat. Kat is a good friend of mine who is a speaker, and she's right. People matter. I feel people matter. And so if I have to pause, y'all will forgive me because I'm here for you guys, but I'm also here for others too. And so sometimes you just gotta pause just a second and be there for people. Okay. So look, it's a little deep on this outer corner. And I'm going to show y'all how to clean that up in just a minute, but I am going to soften it. It's a little deep and it's a little too far, but that's okay. We will fix that. All righty. So that is, look at the color saturation. Did you add extra light shadow to the brush before blending? No, Brenda, I did not. Okay, so I used the same brush. I usually have a blending brush that I do separately, but I used the same brush. When you first saw me do it, I did the light up here. I did a light kind of a pinkier color in that crease. That crease brush is what I used to blend it. So I didn't add any more when I blended it out. But if I needed to add more, it would be perfectly okay because that will soften that dark color and it'll be okay to do that. It's not a big deal. Okay, so I didn't have as much fallout as I thought I would. But look how bright those colors are. And look how saturated, how pretty that is. I've got the purple on the outside. I've got that bright, shiny electric blue on the inside. It is, you know, it's striking. It's attention getting. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it's done well. So my eyes don't look overly blue. Like I've got frosty. I mean, technically I do have frosty blue eyeshadow on, right? Technically I have it on. But because I have small lids or hooded eyes, all of the drama is in the lid. Okay, so now let's get to the rest of the stuff, okay? One of the things that I do love to do, let me do a little bit of cleaning up here. And I can take, the last time I did this on a client, the fallout was so bad. I was so grateful I had these pads on. Remember, these pads can be used with our serums. They really help hyperhydrate under the eye. It is a great, great thing. All righty. So I'm going to take this off and we are good. Well, actually, I like them on. I'm going to go ahead and put my mascara on to give my little drama. And then I'll decide after I take this off how much liner I want to wear. I don't know if I actually want to wear any liner or if I would just want to keep that color right there. Okay. Tell me, guys, what do you do for your lashes? Do you use serums? Do you wear fake lashes? Do you get your lashes done with extensions? I have done all of the above. So, yeah. So that for me is one coat of mascara. Right now I'm in my little serum stage of using some lash serum. I love magnetic lashes. Luminess has some great magnetic lashes. They're pretty easy to use with the liquid liner. And then they just like snap on. They're so much easier than glue lashes. So much easier than glue lashes. But for me, right now, I am using just mascara. Yes, just mascara under. I use some serums to help my lashes grow long and thicker. Night that you put them on at night, they really do help. And you know, 1 or 2 coats of mascara looks really, really nice. I know that we have some mascara coming out. They changed or discontinued it for a little while, and now it's back into manufacturing, but it's not out yet. I know that it was one of the favorites too. My eye doctor gave me a huge lecture on that. Okay. That's interesting. I'm sure they told you what was healthy for your eyes and what was not, which is a great thing to find out. So guys, if you will notice, once I put my mascara on, it kind of settled down my bright colors. Okay. And I got one of 2 options. I can leave it settled, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Or I can go back in and I can, at the very end, just add one more top bright of pop. And I might just do that because it sounds like a fun thing to me. But that's going to be a finishing step for me after everything's done. Okay, lashes are on. Lashes are on. Oh, let's take these off. I'm going to throw it away. Look at that. It did a great job just under my eyes, smoothing that out, taking that puffiness down, all of that jazz. So I do need to clean up just a little bit here on that outer corner because but I'm not pulling down here. If you'll remember, I'm not pulling anything down here. That was the point of those little lovely things, was to not have to go underneath here and pull anything down. So now really all I have left to do is my skin. And so the drama is in the eyes. I love, love, love our new airbrush spray foundation. Let me look and see. And so this is what we are going to be putting on, the airbrush spray foundation, because I love the skin. Let me see. I did not refrigerate them. They came fairly cool. My refrigerator gets a little cold, so I did not refrigerate the pads. If you would like to, you can. But now, Andrea, if I wanted a smoky eye, I would put mascara on my bottom lashes, but I have really, really long lashes. So if I put it on the bottom lashes, it kind of looks like I have a spider crawling out of my eye. And that's not my favorite look. Plus, my mascara will counteract with my concealer and it'll smudge off. So personal preference for me, I don't do it. You can do it. If you don't have any of those challenges, you can do it, no problem. If you notice, I'm shaking these really well. The reason I'm doing that is because you want to make sure that the product comes out more than the propellant. You know, that's how it releases the pigmentation so well, so easily. So you want to make sure you shake it really well. Okay, my favorite primer. Watch how this makes my skin look just putting the primer on. It soothes my skin. It softens my skin. It, helps with the texture of my skin. You can see the redness already kind of just going away. And it almost looks like I have a filter on. By the way, I do not have a filter on. I refuse to put filters on when I'm doing before and afters or makeovers. You're going to get the real raw deal. Now, I will play with filters when it comes down to, just playing on your posts and whatnot. But when I do this, I don't do a filter. And you can see this side has the primer on. This side does not. You can see the inflammation. You can see how it's not as hydrated. You can see the texture difference. And that's just the primer. So I love, love, love the primer and what it does for my skin. And it's really important to have that when you're using a high pigment foundation. I might do that under my eyes because for me, I can't get enough hydration under my eyes. I always need some hydration. And I'm also going to prime my neck because that is where you see my age the most. My mama taught me about skincare, but she didn't necessarily tell me I needed neck care. And so I did not do the neck. And so you can see all of my 50 in my neck for sure. Okay, guys, if you are liking this, go ahead and give us some hearts, give us some likes, make sure you're following. We would love it if you would share this with your friends so they can hang out behind the scenes with the beauty experts, check out some demos, all of that good stuff. It would be fun just to hang out. All righty, so now I have my drama eye. My primer is on. Just look at the primer. Can we just talk? I mean, it kind of almost looks like I have a light foundation on and I don't. And all I've done is prime. The primer really does look and act like a nice little filter for the face. It softens everything and brings it down. So, okay, I am using the Airbrush Spray Foundation in Fair 020. I bounce between Fair and what is the and 30. 20 and 30 is what I bounce between. I can wear both depending on my mood. Yeah, light, medium. So 2 short sprays will cover half my face. 2 short sprays will cover half my face. Say it with me, guys. 2 short sprays will cover half your face. Hey, Emma, good to see you here. Glad you could join us on the live. Angelica, yes, the primer is the best. And I'm so glad you love Luminess. Okay, 2 short sprays. I'm going to go with half my face, and you're going to be able to see it. Now, here's the thing with this foundation. You've got to let it heat up with your skin. You buff it in, and then once it heats with your skin, good morning, it emulsifies, activates the pigment, and then it spreads out to do the coverage. So if you just do one swipe across your face, it's never going to match your skin. It's going to be too light, too dark, too yellow, too orange, too something, because the pigment has to emulsify with the heat of your skin, and then it spreads and does its magic. And you want to build coverage. We don't want to just slap on all of the pigmentation at once, because it doesn't get a chance to, to release and spread out. And so we want to do some light coverage and build coverage all in the area we need it, starting with a light, medium, I would say this is probably a medium coverage to the skin. And again, the heat of your skin and the buffing of it moves that pigment around. The heat of your skin activates the pigment, lets it emulsify, and then allows it to spread, activate, and do its thing. My foundation's done. Don't want any more, don't need any more. All I really need to do is add my little finishing touches, my blush, my contour, all of that fun stuff. And I'm happy with the look. I have that dramatic blue purple eye. I have some really pretty skin coverage happening. Let me take a look here. Yeah, I like that coverage. Not bad for 50. It is very kind to textured skin. It's very kind to aging skin. The key is not to use too much of the pigmentation on the brush. I always wondered about the reason why for buffing. Yes, buffing is important. Buffing blends and moves, but there's also, Brenda, there's also another reason why you buff at the very end. So this was a buffing to add the pigment and move it on and disperse it out. But I also do a buffing to polish at the very end, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, back to one of my favorites. I am going to contour. And I strategically contour. Everybody's contour place, if you do it, is going to be different, because your face is your face. It's unique. And so you have to kind of break down your face, decide what you want that contour to do, and then strategically add it. I add my contour a little higher on my cheekbone because I want it to lift my face. If I added it lower for thinning, good morning, Jackie. Good to see you. If I did it lower, like I used to do, it would be to thin my face. But I want to lift my cheekbone. And so I'm going to do that. And then, of course, I'm going to do my little waddle, define my jawline just a little bit. Okay. And now let's slap on some blush. Do I want to do blush? No. We're going to do concealer first. And I'm just going to add a couple of pigments here. And I am going to go here because I want that little bit of a defined line. I'm going to add it right in here, right here, there. And that is going to add to the dramatic look that I am going for. In this, the thing about concealer is making sure that it is thinned out. And that it is soft, that it does not work against the texture of your skin, and that it does what you hold on just one moment, pausing for a person. There, now answering a person online. Okay, so making sure that my concealer is blended and thinned and how I want it. I placed it right where I want it. I want to lighten this inner part. I want to brighten down here, and I want to make sure that that is a pretty clean look right there so that I get that little rock star look, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just blend that out with my wet sponge. And yes, I did wet it because I love a high pigmented concealer, but I don't like a crepey one. So guess what? I thin it out just a bit. Again, I think I might have got too much on this side. Let me pull that down just a bit. Blend this up. Yep, I think I got too much concealer. When it is high pigmented, you don't need a lot. Okay. And I think I just got a little bit too much. But I do love high pigmented. I'm just going to say, I do love high pigmented. Okay. I don't want it completely 100% blended out, just the majority, because I'm going to come in with my blush now. See how I rethought that? I'm going to come in with my blush and put it on. I love blush. Blush is very personal. So if you don't like a lot of blush, that's okay. You don't have to have blush. I was raised in the 80s and 90s. I'm a Southern girl. I like blush. It's just a part of it. Okay. It's just how I like it. You don't have to like it. It's okay. So now I'm going to do my second buffing. So here is the buffing at the end. I do the buffing at the end to blend everything. I've let the makeup sit with my skin. You know what? I'm not going to buff yet, but I buff at the end because I let the makeup sit with my skin, heat up with my skin, react to the heat of my skin. Then I'm going to take the excess off. If I don't need extra, I'm not putting extra on. I'm not letting extra stay on my skin. I don't want to look cakey. I don't want my skin texture to look heavier than it is. And right now it's a little heavy. I'm looking a little cray cray. I get it. I know. I'm fixing to do all that. This is my final step for me or for anybody else I do makeup on. Now, I'm not going to put mascara underneath, but I am going to close in this little gap on the outer corner right out there. With a little bit of eyeshadow, and I think I'm going to use the blue. And so I'm going to, remember I told you the smaller the brush, the more control you have over it. So I'm going to come in with, before I do my final buff, I'm going to come in with this, add a little bit more Zaza bang there, and do my liner on that corner. And so let me take this. Make sure my color is how I want it. Just going to place it there. Do that little extra highlight. Place it here. Do that little extra highlight. And then I'm going to do probably a navy. Yeah, I think a little navy on this outer corner right here. I am not taking it. I didn't even take it halfway across. Not even taking it halfway across, like little bitty, just right there on that outer corner. That's it. I don't want it all the way. I don't want to pull it down. I just want to connect this outer corner with that upper line. That's it. I just want to connect that. That's all. I'm not going further than that. I don't need to go further than that. Little bitty steps. Hey, Lori. Yes, we're back. Little bitty steps will do that. Hey, Liz. Oh, I'm glad you found us too. Glad you're here. Go ahead and send some likes, some hearts, share, all of that fun stuff. We are giving you a behind the scenes of what a beauty expert does at Luminess when we're not on set, when we're not doing clients. We're going to do live demos, and we're going to do color matches. When they come in, you'll get to see what that looks like, see what our training sessions look like with Luminess customers. Okay, I did my final va-va on the eyes. Now I'm going to buff all over to blend because I want it to look very natural. I want it to blend smoothly. I don't want any lines of demarcation. I don't want it to look like I've got a big streak of bronzer across my head like it just did. I don't want my blush to look overly blushy. So I'm just going to buff off the excess. And I do actually come in and just clean my brush on a dry to take off that extra pigment. And so I'm going to come in and soften everything. That really is what this is I soften everything. This last final buffing is a softener. And so we don't want any hard anythings. We want it to be really soft, really kind of flawless and seamless, where the drama is where the drama, but all of this is soft and pretty and not harsh. Heather is doing great. Lori, thanks for asking. I've talked to her a few times. She is working her self on set and doing all of the fun stuff, and really just taking her game to the next level. So we're super happy for her. Okay, lips. Because this is my natural lip color, I do have on a lip balm that is a little bit tinted. And so I am going to come in with a nude lip liner. And just outline it so that I have a little bit more. Thank you for all of the hearts on TikTok. It's so sweet. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Thank you. So now I'm going to do my top and just kind of define that lip line a little bit, keeping it really close to the same color of my own lip because I don't want it too dark or too deep. I don't want it to compete. And then I'm probably going to come in with just a little bit lighter of a color of a gloss to just kind of add that. Let me see. Yes, ma'am, Lori, we are on TikTok. And so if you are on TikTok, hello, come and say hi, follow, share, like, all that fun stuff, Just going to add a little bit of gloss there. I have heard so many rules of so many makeup artists that have said women over 40 shouldn't wear gloss. Women over 40 shouldn't wear blue eyeshadow. Women over 40, women over 50 have to look a certain way. I'm going to break all of your rules, and then I'm going to show every woman that ever wants to wear amazing blue eyeshadow or lip gloss or have amazing skin or all of that, how to do it and how to do it like a rock star. And so it isn't about what you can or can't do. It is about doing what is best for your skin, for your face, and just having the look you want. What look do you want, guys? How do you want to do it today? You know, y'all have seen me go super natural, super smoky, super bright. You know, I didn't live during the disco era, but I think I'd have had a really fun time doing makeup during the disco era. So you can do any kind of makeup look you want. If you know your face and you can find the techniques that work for your face, you can customize it for what you want to do and what you need and all of that. So please, please, please ask, research, look, experiment. It's just makeup. It's fun. It washes off. It does its thing. So, okay. So I'm waiting on a color match to come in. We haven't, usually we're popping by now. I think yesterday we did like 4 color matches in the morning time, and we haven't. But if you guys have any questions, we are more than happy to answer your questions We would love, love, love to help you out. And Lori, I will tell you, this comes in some very deep shades. I know that we had some challenges with some of the shades before when they first started, but they sent me all of the colors. And I want to show you, I did my own color swatch because that's part of what I do as a pro makeup artist is I test brands. I find out what it looks like. And so this is our deeper colors. Look how deep it goes. Look how deep. I mean, we get into some pretty deep tones there. And so there's not, and then we have some pretty fair tones also. And so there's not too many things, too many color tones. They have been so inclusive and making sure very, very fair color tones are in it. Very, very deep color tones are in it and all of that good stuff. A lot of times it's about the application process and making sure you don't apply too much pigment to that brush. I did 2 sprays and it covered half my face. Full medium to full coverage. Now, I don't have a whole lot of challenges, when I say that, like I don't have acne I have to cover, but I do have age spots. Cat, I'm 65 and alive, live life happily, not conformed to this world. Be happy and beautiful teaches us how to do it right. Oh, Kat, you're so kind. Thank you. Thank you. I love women over 50 that get out there and live life to the fullest. I love to live life to the fullest. I love that. Can you do that for my mom right now? I don't know what to do for what can I do for your mom, Lori? I love to live life to the fullest. Let me get a drink. I love to live life to the fullest. I love helping women enjoy living life. And if that's makeup, if that's your jam, hey, let's do it. Let's customize it. Let's make it to where you love your look. But there are some things in your life, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, that kind of help you live life to the fullest too. So don't neglect that. I'll give you all my makeup tips and tricks. But a lot of living life to the fullest and being happy is internal. Now, a lot of your skincare is internal. Water, 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 collagen, collagen. But a lot of your happiness comes from, having fun, being creative, doing your makeup, but also internally being happy emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. So you got to hit it all, people. You got to hit it all. Just like I can't make your makeup look flawless without you helping me with your skincare. You can't have a happy life externally without, helping me with your mental, emotional health. So it's all together. It's all a thing. So, okay. What questions do we have? I'm waiting. I don't know that we have color matches coming through. Let me check with my other beauty expert, see what she's got happening. How do y'all like being flies on the wall of what beauty experts do? It's fun just kind of hanging out, right? I think so. I think it. See what she's got to say. All righty. Well, my friends, that is what we have got going on. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open my Zoom room. I think we have a color match coming in. So when we do color matches, we do it via Zoom. And so I'm going to wait for the client to come in now to do it. So just in case you guys don't know or don't understand what I'm talking about, Luminess has put some beauty experts together to be able to help you do color matches face to face, to be able to help customize your look, to create a foundation, finish, coverage, texture, all of that, and to really help you get the most out of that. And so if you want a face-to-face training session, we open a private training room. If you want a color match, say the color isn't just right when you purchased it, we open a training room and we do it then and there. And so, you get to meet with one of our beauty experts live, go through the challenges, and really help create a look that you can love. All righty. Okay, just waiting on our client to come in for her color match to see what it is she needs and how I can do it. If you have questions, feel free to ask. I'm here. I thought it would be fun to do the bright. Did y'all hear the ding ding? She's here. I thought it would be fun to do the bright coloring today because that's one of the things that they tell us we can't do, and I'm going to do everything they tell me I can't do. Hello, hello.
Good morning.
Hi, welcome to Luminess. My name is Dorothy. I'm your beauty expert for today. How can I help you with your coloring?
I'm having a problem with it seeping into my fine lines and wrinkles and not helping me have a more polished look.
Okay, so my question is are you using the airbrush spray foundation? Is this
I am.
Okay, this is the formula.
I'm using a moisturizer before that and a primer.
Okay, are you using the primer that came with it, or are you using one of your personal primers?
The one that came with it, but I'm using my personal moisturizer.
Well, that's great. We love to do that. On your moisturizer, how quickly I'll take it you're washing your face, then putting your moisturizer on. How long are you allowing that moisturizer to sink in? And is it oil-based or water-based?
It's oil of Olay.
It's oil of Olay. Okay. So most of oil of Olay is water-based. And so just one of the things you're going to want to make sure is that if it is an oil-based moisturizer, use that at night, not right before you put your makeup on, because it can be counterproductive with this primer and with this foundation. So as long as it's water-based moisturizer, which the majority of them are, unless it's a really heavy one for the evenings, you should be good. So put the moisturizer on, let it have time to sink in and do its thing. I would say give it 5 minutes, brush your teeth before you put the primer on. Now, do you feel like your skin is dry, combo, oily? How do you feel like your skin is in general? And then after you moisturize, is your moisturizer enough?
It's still dry.
Okay.
But the primer feels really good.
Yeah, doesn't it? Now, how much primer do you use?
The same amount as I use as the foundation.
So 2 sprays on the brush?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. So with this primer, it's customizable. I use anywhere when my skin feels really dry, especially when it gets cold outside. That external cold can really kind of dry our skin out if it's used to it. I live in Texas, and so we have a lot of humidity. But when it gets cold, then my skin starts to really kind of dry out. And so I will use 2 to 3 sprays of the primer until my skin feels like it's pretty well hydrated. I'll give that a second to heat up with my skin and make sure it's good. And you can customize that. So you can do less when you don't need it and then use that amount when you do need it. The next thing I would tell you is in making sure that you're putting it on, I'm going to actually show you on my chest right here, if that's okay with the color swatch. I'm going to show you the way we apply it to get the optimal results. Okay. Is that okay with you?
Absolutely.
Okay. Make sure you shake it up really well, because if not, that pigmentation sits in the bottom of the spray, and you want more of the pigmentation to come out than the propellant to come out. And we don't have a choice. We got to use that, but we want that pigmentation to really, really work. Oh, Jackie. Okay. So 2 sprays. That's all you need for half your face. Is that about the amount you were using, or do you think you were using more or less?
A lot more.
Okay. So look, this is pretty much the food coloring of makeup. So as saturated as food coloring is as saturated as this pigmentation is. So a little dab will do you, girl. Okay.
Oh, I was doing this maybe a little more than I should.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? The great thing about that is it saves on product too. So, hey. Okay. So, two short sprays will do half your face. Like my face as it is now. Okay. I only have two short sprays on half of my face. So, it's four altogether, but I'm only going to do two at a time. So, take a look. That two short sprays, do you see how light that is on my chest? That's because that is just the pigment saturated. It's not
But it
blended.
looks like it's the wrong color.
I know it does, right? But that is my color. So it's because the pigment is saturated. It's like that food coloring. It's super, super bright until I activate it. And so I have to move it and blend it with my buffing brush, and the heat of my skin activates that pigment to then emulsify, spread, and do its part. The problem that we end up having is if we put too much on the brush, it can't spread properly after it's blended out. It'll like go pigment on pigment, and then it'll be too light, too dark, too yellow, too orange, too something. It doesn't matter. So if you'll look at it now it looks like my skin tone. It's just softened, it's blurred, it's pretty. So,
It really is.
right. So, two short sprays. And if it's settling into your if it is settling into the texture of your skin, then you probably need to do less pigment on your brush and then build that pigment, because we want it to be able to heat up with our skin, activate with our skin, spread and do its thing, and then us decide if we need more. We're all about less is more. Okay, so try that with the color that you have. Do that, two short sprays. Try that, and then go ahead and let me know how that works for you. I think, because I'm looking at you and I see the color that you're telling me you are, and I really do think that's the best color for you. I think that's the optimal color. I just think maybe a swatch technique, this just tiny little customization, will give you that texture that you are looking for, that blended, that softness, all that good stuff.
Well, thank you.
Now, guys, also know that there is a virtual shade finder. They posted that link on our channel, so go find that personal shade finder. That'll help you get started. My client is now gone. I've let her out. All of that good stuff. It was so nice for her to meet me here and learn the tips and tricks that she needed. So that's kind of what it's like to meet with one of us. We just sit down, we talk like we're girlfriends. Hey, Lori, yes, we can color match. You have the virtual shade right there, or you can contact one of the beauty experts with the phone number and they'll set it up. But that's kind of what it's like to meet with a beauty expert, to get a color match, to help customize the look, to really help you get the look and the finish. That's the word I'm looking for. Look and finish that you want. Okay, we are fixing to end this hour of our hangout session, Q&A session, color matching session. So if you have any questions, let me know. How did y'all like the super fluorescent bright blue and purple eyeshadow look? How'd y'all like that? It was so quick and so easy, right? If you'd use the right tools and put it in the right places, you can wear any look you want at any age. I'm 50 years old and I can wear whatever I want, however I want, whenever I want. And it's all about placement. It's all about knowing your product, which is part of my job to help you here with Luminess, knowing your tools, your brushes, your tools, your airbrush system, all of that, and knowing your client. I know my face. I know you know your face. And that really being exactly what it is to get the look that you want. So if you need help, reach out. If you have questions, ask. We're here. We love to help. It's part of our job. It's not just really our job. Most of us, it's our passion. And so we are here for you. All righty. Oh, Brenda, you are kind, kind. Thank you for that kind compliment. Um, I love getting to work with you guys and help out. Okay. So, on that note, if there are no further questions, if you don't have any questions for me, if you don't, our look is done. We've done a polished, glam, really fluorescent eye look. This is my idea of fluorescent, guys. I probably could do a fluorescent green one day. That might be fun. Fluorescent green eyeshadow. I might try that. And you can do it at any age. Just have fun. Okay, guys, y'all have a great weekend. I will see you later throughout next week. I do believe we're going to be going live every day next week, just hanging out, doing color matches, hanging out, doing demos, answering questions, doing giveaways. I love getting to do giveaways. So kind of stay tuned for all of that. And y'all have a wonderful weekend. And hey, be kind to each other, especially yourself. I'll talk to you later.